William Hunt Savile sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
On the Trilby Tour tonight, one man finally finds something in life he's actually good at. You may remember that last year the Trilby Twos at Hull Golf Club was the wettest Trilby event in recorded history. Well, it's happened again, but it won't get the players down. Oh no, come on weather, do your worst. In the show this week, the pairs plough on through wind and rain to find the top 4 teams in regulation play. We have the highlights from the 2 one-hole semi-finals and the 2-hole playoff final. And we have twice the fun in Rogues Gallery. A glum-looking Anna Whiteley will be hoping the players cheer her up on the tee, but first, safe and sound in his commentary booth, is Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Welcome back to the second year of the Trilby Twos at Hull Golf Club. 6,300 yards, and it's very, very soggy. This James Braid design will be playing long. Let's get to the first tee with Anna.
Thanks, Rob. I'm with the man kicking things off today on the first tee. David Kilburn, you're the first man up, a very popular man here at the club. How does it feel to be starting things off?
Well, I can't believe it's the same as it was exactly the same as 12 months ago when, we're standing here talking to William and it was pouring down with rain as well. So it's something to do with this competition.
I was going to say you've brought the delightful weather again with you today.
The sun normally shines in Hull, but I can't believe it's not doing it today.
You obviously started things off last year. Yep. Is it quite an honour? Is it a bit of a pressure going out first?
No. Yes. Obviously, it's a bit of an honour to go out first, but it's nice to get round quickly. John, who I'm playing with, is a bit of a speed merchant, so I have to sort of give in to the fact that he likes to get off early.
Now, talking of John, he's a pro. He plays off scratch, doesn't he? How much of a help will he be around here?
Oh no, he'll be very good. Yeah, John's an exceptional player, and in fact, he's just won the local amateur championship in the East Riding, so he's on top form. So I'm hoping for a good performance from him today.
Well, this is David Kilburn, one half of the Kilburn Samuel Combine. Let's see who would make the best solicitors as we go around. This is Kilburn and Samuel. Not bad. And not a bad tee shot, left to right shaper. Knows what he's doing, knows the course like the back of his hand.
All right, well, famous as the biggest shanker on the Trilby Tour, George, you've got a new partner here on the Trilby Twos today. Is this a fresh start for you?
Well, I come fourth in the top 4 in Nottinghamshire, and my other playing partner just absolutely lost his bottle. Last year here the weather beat us, but we didn't play very well, so this year I've gone with my old Scottish protégé Greg, and we'll see how we get on.
Right, well, it sounds like George takes no responsibility for any of his terrible results. So what are you going to do today, Greg, to up the scores?
I'm just going to try and keep him in the middle of the fairway for a change, stop him shanking, and we'll do all right.
Is it physically possible to stop this man shanking?
Is it possible? I don't think it is, but I'll give it a best shot.
Okay, so as a dynamic, how are you guys going to bounce off each other today, do you think?
Well, we played yesterday, didn't we? We bounced off. We had 22 on the back 9, played 7 on the front, got 13, so that's 35. I think 40 points.
I mean, 35 will literally get you nowhere today.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. 40 points we're going for. 40 points.
What George hasn't told you is we've played together for 2 years and we haven't won a match yet.
Oh, we did win one, but they got disqualified, so we got put back in.
We got a bye.
All right. Well, miracles can happen, guys. Go and tee off. Have a good one.
Lovely. Cheers. Thank you.
Erskine Stoddard, that's not bad, is it? That's pretty good. New legal firm. Driver. Be the one. Just be the one ball. A little bit down the right-hand side. So, they're off and running. Look at the weather. Hardy lads. No waterproofs.
Well, this isn't the first time we've seen these two teeing it up on the Trilby Tours. Dave and Alan, how did it go last time, may I ask?
We sort of blew it the last 2 holes. Pressure got to us. We needed 2 points to get in the playoff, and we come in with 1 point in the last 2 holes. So, feel this course owes us this year.
Absolutely.
Need to put something to bed.
This year is the year then, Dave. What's the plan?
Well, if I can back him up a little bit better this year than last year, because he was fantastic last year and I didn't do myself justice on the day. So I owe him 1, but we're back for more, and this year could be our year, we think.
Nice solid team talk. Now, Dave, you've had a pretty good Trilby run, and we've seen you in the playoff this year, haven't we?
Yeah, last year actually at Worsley I was in the playoff, but yeah, the experience should stand us in good stead if we can get in the playoff this year today, and Alan was on the bag that year, so he knows all about it as well, so we'll try our best.
A solid duo. How do you guys know each other?
Just members at the golf club, Huffwood Golf Club. So there's a few teams here from Huffwood today, so we've got a, we need to rise and obviously come out on top with the Huffwood guys today.
You need to commit and perform. So what points are we hoping to score today?
Well, Alan said to me 38 a couple of minutes ago, but I don't think that'll be enough. So I think 40 will give us a really solid chance.
All right, embrace this shoddy weather, guys. Have a good one. Thanks.
It's not good for the hair. Old damp, humid conditions. Ratcliffe. This is 4-ball Stapleford better ball. That's the format, so that's why they're talking about 40-ish points.
Okay, well, I've got a pair here, and one man, Tony, you're quite familiar to the Trilby Tour, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And haven't done too well in the past, have
Not
we?
really, no. I've never had a good knock once playing the Trilby Tour, but it's got to change at some point. I keep saying it, but it's got to do.
And the thing that could change that today is your trusty partner, Neil.
Judging by the way he played yesterday, I have as much chance of qualifying as we both have. So at the end of the day, we're just going to have to suck it and see today. But this guy can turn it on. He's a decent player, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, Neil, how much of a miracle worker are you, and how much better can you make this man's game?
It's an impossible task, I think, but I'll do my best. I can't promise, but I will do my best.
You're very brave to come out here with such a fine, strong player. But how's your game? Pretty good?
Not really, no. And please don't make any predictions either about scores, please.
Oh, no. I've loads of predictions. Whether any of them will be right is another thing, but we'll see today.
We will.
And if you had to commit to one number for this afternoon, what would it be?
One number, to be honest, I think 42 is attainable for us, more than attainable, and I mean it today. I really mean it. If we don't do it again, it's not that I'm going to pack it in, because we keep trying, don't we? But I fancy us today, 42.
Well, if you fancy it, then game on. That's the way it's going to be. Good luck, guys.
Well, Mather off 11 and Steen off 9. Useful handicaps. Mather with the driver, par 5, the first hole. There's a lot of movement in that swing. And this one shoved right. A long way right. Maybe he knows something we don't. Over to you, partner.
Well, what an honour it is to be joined by the reigning Trilby Twos champions, Malcolm and Nigel. What's it like to be back as kings on campus?
Very special. Very nice to be back. Whether we brought the same sort of weather back with us this year as we did last year, so it's just good to see everybody and catch up with everybody that we met last year.
Yeah, and just describe what a fantastic, memorable feeling it was taking the trophy last year.
Well, I think my brother dropped it when we were travelling back, so we had to check to make sure there were no dints in it. But yeah, it was great. We didn't expect anything. We just came for a day out. Things went well. We got through to playoffs and obviously managed to take trophy. So it was well above expectation. We really enjoyed it.
So what little bit of that magic from last year are you going to bring into today?
I think it's just a case of keeping your ball in play and just really just trying to work with the conditions. If we can do that and we score on the holes with that we did last year, then we've got a good chance of doing well.
Yeah.
Not winning, but doing well.
And the game's in a good place. What are you hoping to score?
It'd be nice to get 39-40. That's what we'll target. We think we need that to get into playoffs, so we'll have a pop at that.
All sounds very straightforward, but it never is. But one handicapper and a 5 handicapper, top team. Balance was very good there. Yeah, super tee shot. In amongst the rivuleted fairway. Out into the golf course then. And David Kilburn. His tee shot, the par 3. Down the left, cutting back as is per normal. This one bouncing right, missing the bunker, And coming to rest in a spot at the back of the green, which is okay. Mather. At the 8th. Trying to draw it in. Oh, and he's made a wonderful job of this. This is only 6 feet from the hole. Birdie will ensue, you'd fancy. Brown coming towards the end. 5 from home. Defending champion playing with Nigel Roberts. Stoddart. Got a bit of grass in his way between the club face and the ball, so that's short. Kilburn's par putt. Yeah, knocks that one in. He didn't make the 2, but he'll take a 3. Mather for the birdie after a wonderful tee shot. 12 points so far. Oh, and his partner Nealaby just gutted that didn't go in. Brown's 3rd at the 14th. Deft and tricky little chip. Sunshine now. 4 seasons in one day at Hull Golf Club. Now it's looking very nice indeed. So the forecaster's getting that bit right. Start up for the par 4, the last. And it's a long, long putt. Go on. Oh, what a putt. Last gasp. 32 points. That did not qualify. But a smile you can't really fault. Another great day on the Trilby Tour. Jean Renault at the par 3 4th. 5 points so far through the first 3 holes. So that's slightly worse than level par, if you like. Spin. Brilliant. On the charge, on the comeback charge. Well done, partner. Brown's 4th at 14. It's fast. Steady. Not quite gelling like they did last year, but it's hard to successfully defend. We saw Mather miss the birdie too, so a par putt. Fairly straightforward up the hill. And that's not going to be a par after a wonderful tee shot. Gutted. And gutted because 30 points will not be good enough. Steen and Mather did not qualify. So all the chat at the start didn't quite work out. You've got to start confident though. Most important thing. Kilburn's 3rd at the 11th. Not bad. Not bad. He's got a chance. His partner will be watching that. John Samuel. Go on, Dave. Go on. Bogey putt for Brown at 14. 23 points. Drifting away from the coalface. That'll help. But that's a drop shot. Jean Renault, the tee shot at 4 was spectacular. This for the 2. Yeah, well read and well executed. That'll help the scorecard. Big style. Big Dog Hughes. Oh, that's not so much Big Dog, that one. That was left and Little Dog Hughes. Let's get back to Anna. She's on the tee with Big Dog and her #1 fan.
Thanks, Rob. I'm with 2 quite unforgettable faces on the Trilby Tour, Big Dog and my obsessive fan. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely, James. Yeah, he's skipper today.
Well,
First one for 2s. You're pleased to see Anna again, aren't you, James?
And always pleased. Always pleased.
Now, we know Big Dog pretty well on the tour. He's a bit of a nightmare, let's be honest.
Yes.
What is he like as a playing partner is the question.
He's he's fun to play around with. He's always keeps you smiling, always keeps you amused.
Yeah.
And quite easy to wind up as well. But no, he's fun. He's very good company.
Well, we'll plot their progress as they go around to another Hughes. This time Mick at the 11th, playing with Bill Acton. He plays off 12. Mick's a 5 handicapper. Well, you can tell he plays off 5, can't you? That's just a lovely approach. So Hughes with a chance to improve their pairing. Big Dog at the 14th after a lame second shot. Touch required now. So he's underbid twice in a row. Jean Renault already had a brilliant 2 at the 4th. Now into the back 9. This at 13. Surely not another 2. It's come up a little shy. Into the face. The breeze for the players at 13. Difficult, tricky par 3. Mick Hughes. Almost. That one running away. That's a good 5 feet away. Big Dog with his par effort. 27 points through 13 holes. They're needing a really, really quick finish. Yeah, give it some more. And less of the big dog, I think, now. We can't have big dog anymore after those 3 pitiful efforts. Jean Renault with a long birdie putt at 13. Round you come. Right to left there. Not a bad effort from a long way away. Tremendous approach from Mick at the 11th. Birdie putt just missed. And the par putt, no mistake, 33 points. That, in this format, will not be good enough. Acton and Hughes on the motorway home. Now, can this reach the hole? Or will it be the 4th successive shot that's come up shy? Got it there. Looked like it was going to go in as well for Big Dog. Just missed. Jean Renault, par putt. Misses that one. A day of missed chances for Jean Renault and Ratcliffe. 3 handicap and 6 handicap, not in the final 4. 33 points, ta-ta.
Thanks, Rob. Well, with me again is Dave and Alan. And guys, what went wrong out there?
Alan?
I didn't play at all front 9. To be fair, Dave carried me today, so taking him for a massage on the way home because his back's sore. Don't know.
No.
Can't put my finger on it.
Front 9, back 9, or just all a bit of a disaster?
We were 18 to the turn, so we were quite competitive front 9 despite Alan's lesser efforts. But you come into it a bit on the back 9, but it's tough. It's tough coming in. The wind's got really strong on the back 9.
Well, the guys are already trying to shift the blame on the wind. Did it have much of an effect, do you think?
It did on the back 9. Some of the holes are really tough into the wind, but we kept going towards the end, and we've not disgraced ourselves. Look.
No, they certainly haven't. Now the 3rd at the 18th in this finishing hole. This is Nigel Roberts, who's playing with Malcolm Brown. Look how the wind's picking up. Right enough. Very tricky for the players out there. Dave Kilburn, edge of the green. 18 points so far. Nearly. Running past with a bit of turn. 35 points. Clubhouse leaders, can you believe it? The breeze is having an effect on the scoring. Kilburn and Samuel in with a chance. To the 18th, 30 points for Roberts, and yeah, nicely holed. 32 points though, DNQ. Brown and Roberts will play no further part in this year's Trilby Twos. Let's get back to Anna, who's talking to some very famous Trilby Tourians.
Thanks, Rob. With me now here is Trilby Tour royalty, James the Killer Boast. Now, obviously former Twos champion. You've won every Trilby event under the sun. You've got a new partner today. Introduce us.
I have. This is Chris Percy.
Hello.
It's his first Trilby appearance. He's a Trilby virgin.
Ooh.
So finally talked him into stepping in front of the cameras. Yeah, took a few years.
So Chris, just how nervous is it teeing it up with such a Trilby legend today?
Well, I'm actually used to carrying his bag in previous things, and I've brought him to many of his wins, so I'd like to take a lot of credit for that. But yeah, I enjoyed the course. It seems to play well, suits us, so hopefully Jamie can bring it as he always does.
Well, having formerly lived in his shadow, you're out showing the world what you've got today. How is the game, do you think? I think if Jamie's on his game, I think we can do well today. I can normally beat him away from the Trilby Tour, but he normally performs very well in front of the cameras, so I'm waiting to see this unfold.
Yeah.
And Jamie, what do you look for in a partner? What's Chris got that you want?
He's nice and steady. He does himself a disservice. He's a good player. Right. He just needs to switch his brain off and just hit the ball. Yeah.
I'm sure that won't be a problem, will it, Chris? Well, we're battling the wind and the rain.
Yeah.
Points? What are we planning on today?
I don't know. I think, well, if this weather stays like this, I think anything up near 40 will be a good score.
Yeah.
I don't know what the forecast is. I thought it was a bit clearer, but I think a lot will depend on the weather and where they put the pins. There's some slopes out there on these greens, so
yeah,
it'll depend where they put them, I think.
Well, James, my money is on you. So play well. Have a good round. And you, Chris, and you. Very much a crucial part.
Looks like we're filming that through a toilet window. That's amazing. Rain coming in sideways. Vos. He brings it, as he always does, in the words of his partner Chris Percy. They're off and running, and we're back in a couple of minutes.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to a very difficult day at Hull Golf Club. Blustery conditions and very difficult for the Trilby Twos. We're looking for the champions of the 2016 Trilby Twos itself. Current clubhouse leaders are David Kilburn and John Samuel. That's 35 points. The bar has been lowered. These are going well. This is Percy's approach to 18. Already 36 points in the bag and looking for more. Greed is good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Chances. Closing the front nine in style, hopefully. 17 points so far. Adam Thomas playing with James Brown. And this is going to get better. Come on. Yeah. Excellent shot. I knew what I was doing. I got it covered. Don't worry about that, partner. Hunt. The wrong one or the right one. You can look at that both ways. At the 8th. Oh, and that looks like it's in a sandy grave, that. Percy's birdie putt to set the target. Playing with James Vose. And that's slippy. It's gone past. Don't throw it away now. Saw the approach of Adam Thomas at 9. And he makes the putt as well. Massive. Glove in the front pocket. That's fairly unusual. Now Hunt's second. It looks like he's wiggling his feet there to get some traction in the sand. Splashes out. Just landed very limply, that one. Percy for 38 points, playing with James Vose, just out of shot. Watching his partner. Oh, he's missed that one. Wasn't my fault. Yes, it was. But 37, that's the best of the day so far, Vose and Percy. And if the breeze stays up, it'll be a pretty good total. Hunt for the par from the bunker. Putt up the slope. It's going to be on the low side. 37 points. 11 handicap and 13 handicap. Drew and Hunt. And they're in the hunt. Big Dog. 34 points at this stage. Birdie putt. Oh, didn't like it. Stood away. Oh, the hat's gone as well. That's just a Trilby no-no, that. Oh, he's trying to emphasise. I'll have it. Hatless. And luckless. 37 points. Hughes and Barham. That's, again, top of the charts in the clubhouse. He's got his hat back. Let's get to Anna, who's going to talk us through the playoff holes with Erin Pheasant.
Thanks, Rob. So as we know, today is the Trilby Twos and a slightly different format. First up is this semi-final playoff hole. It's a par 3. We've got Erin Pheasant here, Director of Golf. This is deceptively difficult, isn't it? Tell us all about it.
Very much so. Very short hole on the scorecard. Par 3 of 128 yards and stroke index 18. However, very, very windy. When the guys are playing a short iron, like a pitching wedge or a 9-iron in the wind swirling above the trees, we've got 3 devilishly placed bunkers that are ready to collect any golf ball. And the pins just cut tight on the back of a green, just over a little ridge. So 2 putts and not a certainty.
Right, so a lot to face before making that final playoff. Thank you very much. So that is the Humber Bridge. Behind me is the par 4 18th, the second playoff hole. But right here is the first hole, par 5. It's the first hole that they'll be facing on the playoff. Isn't it bumpy, Aaron?
Really bumpy, really bumpy. Yep, 505 yards on the card. Par 5s normally yield a birdie for our stronger hitters, but I don't think we're going to see any of those today. The tee shots are quite simple, but it's when you're approaching the green that's difficult. The green's elevated, you can only see half of a pin, and it makes the judging the approach shot to the green really, really tricky.
It's going to be good. Let's head to the 18th. So this is where it all comes to a close, where the Trilby 2 champions are knighted, but first they have to go down the blind fairway of the 18th. Tell us about it, Aaron.
Very, very tricky. First thing the competitors have got to conquer are the nerves coming down the 18th. And if you don't get that 18th tee shot away as well as you like, you've got a very, very tricky shot coming into the green, because you can only see just a tidgy bit of a pin. Yeah.
So quite the final challenge then.
Very much so. The pin's cut right at the back and the green slopes from front to back as well, so the balls will be coming in fast with a green that breaks the opposite way to what most of the golfers think.
Right, Erin, thank you very much. It's going to be good. Rob, back to you.
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, the difficult thing when you're playing with a partner is trying not to let them down. And the top players will be coming under pressure a little later in the show as they get to that playoff. Back out into the golf course, and Adam Thomas's partner James Brown, his tee shot, the par 3. 13. Leaden skies up there as well, with more rain to come. Well, that's putting for a birdie, but from distance. Final throws for Windass and Thomason. This at the 18th, right to left. Look at the breeze effect that putt. Really stalled it at the end. Edward Tong. Oh, he's holed it. He's holed it. And another partnership goes to 37 points. Wright and Tong. James Brown, birdie putt at 13. The tee shot was, well, it's at least 45 feet away. Oh! Well, the hole got in the way, I think, with that one. Thompson's par putt at 18. Right to left. Breeze trying to blow it left of the hole. Oh, and he's worked that out very well. 38 points. Windass and Thomason. Best so far. 2 9 handicappers. Beautifully balanced. 5 from home. Missed the target with the second at 14. Thornham trying to creep ever closer. But into the wind and even chipping into the wind. Be quite tricky.
With me now is former champion of Nottinghamshire, Ben, and your partner Joey. Ben, you're a very local boy. You know this course inside and out, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't live too far away, so hopefully I'll have a good score today.
So you've had lots of strolls walking your dog along the fairways, and what's the trickiest thing out there, do you think?
I think it's going to be the greens today. There's some real subtle breaks. I think it's going to be the greens.
Right, well, Joey, you're playing with quite the experienced Trilbyan. Is this your first time, first tee nerves?
It is, yeah, a little bit nervous, yeah, that's right.
Do you think that will affect the game?
Maybe on the first tee, but after that hopefully we'll settle down, and yeah, looking forward to it.
And how are you guys going to bounce off each other? It's a real partnership out there today.
That's it, yeah. I think we're just going to try and play solid and hopefully hole a few putts. But yeah, the main just keep it solid.
Top tip for Joey, as an experienced player?
Just don't let the occasion get to you, which is hard to say. It's hard to do, but you know, I think he's got it in him. He can put it out of the bag today.
All right, Joey, what score are you hoping to put on that board?
I think if we can get into the low 40s, I think we should be up there for the playoff later on, yeah.
I think that will do perfectly. Guys, enjoy.
Thank you very
Have
much.
a good one.
Well, Joe settling into Trilby Tour life quite comfortably. Par putt, though, at 14. Going well with the scoring. Go on. Oh, it's a difficult one. A lot of break from left to right. Let's get ahead to the 16th. And Adam Thomas, from the sand, has played a corker. Nearly holed it. Really, really well done. 18th. It'll be the closing hole in the playoff. Rosen Brooks second. Straight downwind. That's why it's not stopping. And that's why it doesn't want to stop. Look at that glide past. It looks stone dead at one stage. Very well done. Thomas's par putt at 16, 34 points. That improves the situation. 40 points for Brown and Thomas. And that is the best of the day. Done and dusted, sealed and delivered.
Well, they've broken the big 4-0, James and Adam. Congratulations. What was going so well out there?
Him.
Yeah. James played all right. James played good as well. It was just a good team effort. Yeah, it was good. Good laugh. Really good laugh.
Yeah, it was good. Good bunch of lads we played with as well, which helped. So yeah, good.
All right, and I like it. You're not blaming the weather. A lot of people are. Did it play any havoc out there?
Yeah, to begin with, it was a bit. It was cold and wet.
It was tough. The wind was really tough. Yeah. It was tough, but we just played really well together. So
yeah.
I know people were slightly dreading these greens. They're pretty tough. How were they?
Oh, fast. Really unforgiving. If you go past it, you're dead. Really unforgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. It was treacherous. The greens were absolutely slick. I've never played on anything like it.
But sounds like it was the round of your life.
Yeah, it was good.
But still work to do because they will be in the playoff. Rosenbrook for the birdie after the great approach at 18. Oh, well done. Get in it did. 39 points. Rosenbrook and Thornham, they make it through to the playoff. Second best score of the day. So a best of the day 40 points get Brown and Thomas into the semi-final. They're joined by Rosen Brooks and Thornham, Thomason and Windass. And then Bose and Percy, Drew and Hunt, Hughes and Barham, Wright and Tong had to go nearest the pin. And in the end, it was Vos and Percy that did the deed from 100 yards. They qualify for the semi-final, and we will see that when we come back after the break.
Perfect Gentleman's Playground.
Welcome back to the 2016 Trilby Twos. We're at the semi-final stage. A terrific crowd has turned out to see who is going to be this year's champions. So let's clear up what happened in the semi-finals. First qualifiers played the fourth qualifiers, second played the third. This is the first semi-final then. James Brown and Thomas versus Vos and Percy. And at the 13th, it's a par 3 with a crosswind, not an easy tee shot. This one low and cutting. That's over there on the right-hand side. Caddy's getting a bit excited. But James Vos, who's used to playing under Trilby Tour pressure, produced a masterstroke. Not far from pitching in the hole. And by far the best shot out of the four. And in the end, this tap in for a 3 was good enough. Vos and Percy had to qualify by nearest the pin to get into this, and now they're in the final. Par good enough to get Vos and Percy through. Hard lines to Brown and Thomas. In the second semi-final, Thomason and Windass took on Rosen Brooks and Thornham. Not too many players finding this target. This is a long way left. Well, that was, believe it or not, the best of Thomason and Windass. This is Thornham's effort up into the air, a very high tee shot. But is it far enough and straight enough? The answer is, it is. Brilliant approach. Crowd enjoying that one. In the box seat for the birdie. And just dawdled it up towards the hole because he knew par would be good enough. And it's Rosen Brooks and Thornham that make the final. So now this is the lineup. It's Vos and Percy that take on Rosen Brooks and Thornham.
Started off with my partner, I was nowhere to be seen, and then I sorted myself out, came in a couple of times, and then we just held it together on the way back in.
Yeah, just gelled really well.
Yeah.
Ham and eggs. There's a few sort of breaks on the greens, obviously that we knew. Still didn't hold the putts on those, but and yeah, just a few places where we know where to miss it. And we saw that from our playing partners today. That there was just slightly off on a few holes.
It was good. Up and down.
There's no pictures on a scorecard.
Yeah. We alternated well today. Yeah.
What I have learnt is Jamie can score well in, when I say hard pin positions, and the pin positions today. Well, I'm not the best putter, but it just makes you embarrassing. So yeah, but a great day, well organised as always, and Jay's done it for us.
Well, it's time for Hunt's Hunch. You can see William there waving his arms, geeing up the crowd. Here are his thoughts.
At the beginning of the day, the two people I chose would be in this playoff final with Rosen Brooks and Vos, their teams. They're here. Not hard to choose those guys. Vos is killer Vos. He's got ice running through his veins. Chris Percy, I don't really know much about Chris, but I do know he can't putt. He struggles with putting, and that Vos has carried him all day, his own admission. So often you've seen that change, and the guy who's played nothing all day comes through with something. Ben Rosen Brooks, a winner, fantastic golfer, one handicap, his own course. Hard to bet against him. Joe Thornham, I don't know anything about Joe. He's played well today, and if he's playing with Ben, he's going to be good. It's 5 handicap. He's got, don't know about him. Who am I going to choose? Right now, I haven't got a clue. I really haven't got a clue. It's hard to bet against Vos because he's so experienced and so cold. He's a killer. But Ben is a good player, so I've got to go with Ben.
He's an amazing man, William. He's got absolutely no knowledge whatsoever and still able to muster up a hunch. It's incredible. So the first of the 2 playoff holes left. Rosen Brooks giving it a good hit, but it's a hit that's left. Hooking, missing camera people and buggies, and well, it's offline. What about James Vos? Used to this pressure, and he succumbs to the dreaded hook. So that's going towards the 18th fairway. In fact, so much so, he's going down the 18th. So that's the second shot for James Vos. Tic-tacking his way down here, down the first. So Ben Rosenbrook, whose tee shot was not as far left but further down, tried to hook an iron here. He hit it very low and straight across the other side in towards the trees and the rough on the right. So he's played 2. Well, Vos and Rosenbrook all over the place, but their partner's doing better. Chris Percy, and he couldn't hold a putt for 18 holes, makes an important one in the final. That's a par, and that was matched by the opposition. Joe Thornham makes his par 5. So 1 hole to play, all to play for, and all square. Downwind, the 18th, par 4. That one down the right, bouncing down there. Might struggle for line though. Very close to that tree. Come on, partner. Rosenbrook driver again. Strong left hand. Yeah, everybody loving this. This could bounce a long way down. Oh, and it's gone miles down that one. It's got nothing in there. Great tee shot under the pressure. Percy buoyed by the putt hold at the previous hole. His driver. Posing, holding the finish, lapping up the pressure.
And finally on the tee, Mr. James Vos.
Another one. Ripped down the middle. Last to play, James Vos. A bit of turn from right to left perhaps, and a bounce and a run and a chase. Oh, and keep going, on you go. 3 fantastic tee shots and 1 player with work to do. So the Trilby Twos, it's come down to this. Downwind, par 4, not long. Thornham in position Z. What can he produce from here? A low draw perhaps. Well, he got it online. It's trying to bounce down for him. It won't make the putting surface. That's 2.
Yeah.
And the other 3 players are in excellent shape. But who's first to go? James Vos. Leaking right. Hates it. Bunker. That's a mistake from there for James. Short iron in his hand. Last hole, the final of Trilby Twos. Over to you, partner. Well, Christopher Percy, make a name for yourself. Good tempo, very good tempo. And a brilliant shot. Pressure on. Pressure applied. Take that. Rosenbrook hit the longest tee shot. Let's see if he can find the exact yardage here with his wedge. On the walk, Gary Player style. Line's good. The shot's good. Oh, even better. Thrilling finish. It's still any team's this. Well, 2 players in tight. Maybe someone from far away chip in. Could be Thornham. Bouncing down. Difficult downwind. It's always going to release from down there. Over to you, partner and friend. James Vos, hole a bunker shot. Was played quite nicely. He might like to knock that in for a 4 and give his partner a free go for the birdie. Thornham's par putt first. Still be useful if he knocks it in. He's given that a good hit. Back into the wind, back up the hill. Oh, and he's holed it. Well, what a bonus that is for his partner. Par secured. Big time to hold a putt like that. James Vos trying to do the same thing for Chris Percy. Back and through and on you go. No. So that is a bogey 5 for James. Doesn't need to finish that one off, but his partner can still do something very tasty here. First attempt for the birdie of the 2 that are still left. Chris Percy. Well, he's holed that. He likes that slide of the putter, Chichi Rodriguez style. Couldn't hold a putt, and he's just made 2 in the last 2 holes. Critical. That may have been good enough to win the Trilby Twos, unless Rosen Brooks can match him here with this putt. And it went right very quickly. And that's it. It's over for another year. The Trilby Twos has come to a close, and James Vose has won yet another Trilby Tour Championship with a new partner, Christopher Percy. And they joint hold up the trophy. Pure delight.
I didn't see this one coming. I'll be totally honest.
Yeah, I didn't either, mate, to be fair, but yeah.
What a fantastic experience. Here with your friends, it's been fantastic.
Shot of the day goes to David Jean Renault for his wind-beating tee shot on the 4th. And while it may seem unfair to pick out bad play in such bad weather, it's what we do. It's Rogues Gallery. And first up in a quick sequence of dibblers and dribblers is Peter Patterson on the 8th. Then Neil Kirkpatrick on 14. Max Phillips underbids in a bunker on the 13th. And in the same bunker, hits Aaron Lee. Oops. And we finish with a beauty on the 11th from Philip Johns. Told you it was special. Johnny Sparks braves the rain on 4 to ensure his tee shot goes a wee bit more than slightly left. While Mark Golding on 11 goes from bunker to somewhere way over there. On 16, Rogues regular Tony Mather makes his inevitable gallery appearance with this stupendous piece of nonsense. And Martin Millichip almost doesn't make it to the water in the 10th, but then he very much does. Oh yes. And now what's known as a bedoinger from Keith Brown on 16 as he bedoings off the underside of a very big tree. And where will Paul Reeve go with this bunker shot on the 14th? Long? Short? Too high? Too low? No, of course. He goes sideways. On the 4th, Alan Hall decides to let the wind take his tee shot where it will, and the wind gods take pity on him. Oh yes, they do. And now, a Who'd Be a Cameraman bumper edition. First, Paul Lewis goes straight for Ant with his tee shot, but unfortunately, it just runs off to the right. Gerard Topless on the 14th takes a long punt at our beloved producer Dave, who isn't even holding a camera at the time. Most unfair. Martin Millichip on the 18th initially seems to be trying to reach Chris with his approach, but may in fact have been aiming for Chris's rucksack all along, in which case, good shot, Martin. One of the identical Weston twins, we're not sure which, we think it was Colin, also tries to hit Chris on 18 but goes slightly right, unless he too was aiming for the rucksack. Attacking from a much closer distance is Paul Burns, but even Paul just fails to hit the target, although this time by a mere couple of inches. Finally, Robert Davis does manage to land a direct hit on Chris's ankle, but sadly, as you can see, without sufficient power to do any real damage. Still, good effort, Mr. Davis. And while we've still got a cameraman standing, let's have a quick word from William.
Couldn't have got it more wrong. As they always say, don't bet against Vose. Well, you're right. Well, it's my saying anyway. Ben, it was his for the taking, you know, it's his own course. But you can't bet against Killer Vose. And as we said, Vose has carried his partner, Chris, all the way through today. And it's, as so often happens, it spins. And Chris has carried Vose. Vose played really badly on those 2 holes. But what a putt for finish. If it hadn't hit the back of the hole, it would have been off the green. And it was Ben's to take. But hey, he went in. Great day, fantastic venue, wonderful people, great champions. Well done.
Next week, it's our final show of the season, the traditional Rogues Gallery Special. All the very worst of the golf in 2016. Why on earth would anyone miss that? But in the meantime, check out www.trilbytour.com to find out more about how to get involved in the tour in 2017. Or go to the Sky Sports website to see an extended edit of this week's Rogues Gallery. We'll see you next week. Do you think we should tell Anna we're already in the bar? Nah, leave her.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.